Welcome to our show, Mind Talks. Today we are diving into a monumental moment in India's environmental history, the Godavarman case, officially known as T.N. Godavarman Thirumulpad Visha Union of India. This case reshaped forest conservation in the country. Ready to get into it?
Totally. This case really flipped the script on how we think about forest protection in India. It all started in 1995, right? When Godavarman filed a petition to stop deforestation in the Nilgiri forests.
That's the one. His goal was to address illegal logging, but what followed was far beyond just one region. The Supreme Court took the case and over time began playing a much more active role in enforcing and interpreting forest laws nationwide.
It's wild to think about it. The court almost became a forest watchdog. It shut down sawmills, plywood factories, and even halted some mining operations until they received clearance from the central government. That was huge.
It really was. And then there's the definition of forest they laid down. The court emphasized that the term forest should be understood according to its dictionary meaning. The court ruled that forest isn't just what's legally designated, it's any land listed as forest in government records, regardless of who owns it.
That's such a sweeping definition. It gave the Forest Conservation Act of 1980 a lot more teeth. Now, any activity not related to forestry, like mining or industrial use, needs prior approval from the center. Industries couldn't just bypass the rules anymore.
Exactly. Especially mining. Many companies had to pause their projects, particularly in ecologically fragile zones. Even transporting timber from the northeast was halted. Suddenly, timber supply chains were disrupted and industries had to scramble for alternatives.
I remember reading that even the railways and defense departments had to switch from wood based components to other materials. The ripple effect was massive.
It wasn't all disruption, though. The judgment also brought accountability. For example, the Compensatory Afforestation Fund, CAMPA, was set up. It made industries pay for the forest land they used, which was a game changer.
Yeah, that fund was a big step toward ensuring that forest loss wasn't just swept under the rug. But let's be honest, the court's sweeping powers did raise eyebrows. Some people felt it blurred the lines between judiciary and executive roles.
Absolutely. Critics said the Supreme Court overreached. With continuous mandamus, it was like the case never ended. Each hearing brought new directives, and that created bottlenecks and uncertainty for developers and administrators alike.
Still, there's no denying the impact. It put forest conservation front and center in public discourse. Local communities, NGOs, and conservationists found new energy and legal leverage to defend the environment.
And it redefined judicial activism. The case forced industries to think about environmental compliance from day one. No more treating forests as a blank canvas for development.
It also made sustainable development more than just a buzzword. The Godavarman case showed that legal tools could enforce that balance, though not without friction.
Definitely a double edged sword. Industries had to slow down, rethink plans. But forests finally had a robust legal shield, and the ongoing nature of the case ensured consistent scrutiny.
So, if we had to sum it up, the Godavarman case wasn't just about Nilgiris or one man's petition. It was about redefining how India views and values its forests.
A landmark case that made forest protection a national priority, challenged unchecked development, and empowered the judiciary to act when others didn't.
Thanks for listening in. If you found today's episode insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't miss our next episode. We'll be talking about how these policies are shaping grassroots movements across India.
See you next time.